Hi, welcome back to Small Backyard, Big Garden, where we do a half hour of harvest.
That was good. That sounds like you belong on the radio. I'm gonna try to get behind you. Hold on.
So,
Oh, this is perfect.
if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm dropping tomatoes. Almost 300 subscribers. Woo! If y'all wondered how I got back here and harvested my 14-foot tomatoes, this is why I built this ledge the way I did.
It's so dark back here.
Oh, you're having hard time seeing me with the bright sky?
Yeah. Well, not so much right now. Sometimes when you get the light on you, looks pretty with the palm tree in the background. That tree is another miracle on its own too, because how tall was that palm when we first got it?
Oh, that was
This beautiful palm tree.
I don't know, about waist high.
Yeah, it was tiny little baby.
I think it was a rescue from the clearance section.
Oh, I'm sure it was. And it's magnificent now. It's just a beautiful, beautiful tree.
And that was back when I cared about having a lawn.
Yeah. But it gives us such
tomatoes.
It gives us such nice shade. And there's two. Didn't it split?
No, we bought it split.
Okay.
I think that's why it was having such a hard time.
Oh.
It needed to be rescued from the pot.
We rescue our animals and we rescue our plants from improper care. Anyway, I'm gonna show. See, that's what he's standing on pretty much. And it's pretty sturdy.
We won't be harvesting any lettuce from there, but give them a look at how well the lettuce is progressing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oops. Didn't mean to hit that. And then here's the dog. All right. She's a princess. She has to be on cushions. Yeah, the lettuce is looking beautiful. Train going by. And our cabbages are looking real good too. I'll come over here. We didn't have very good luck with our cabbages last year because of pests and...
Our summer cabbages. Our fall cabbages we had good luck with.
Oh, was it that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. We get a lot of pincher bugs, a lot of, what are they also called? Earwigs?
Yes, ma'am.
And they seem to really enjoy, look how good that squash is doing, really enjoy being inside the leaves of the cabbage. Let's see if I can show it. Like right inside where all the shade is. I might even find one. Oh, there's a slug.
All right.
Let me get the slug out. Yuck, 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 yuck. I don't know. Pests like cabbage. Do you know why that is? Everything likes cabbage. Worms, slugs.
Yeah, I guess it's just delicious to everybody.
Pincher bugs. Maybe it's just nice and cool in there and they like it and it's shaded and protected. That's a good question if anybody knows the answer. Which is funny because cabbage is so cheap in the stores, yet pests like it so much. But it is easy to grow, I guess. Anyway, see all of the tomatoes coming out? And those ones, the big ones, what are they called?
The beefsteaks?
Yeah. How big that
Unfortunately,
stinker
it's
is.
getting so hot that the blossoms aren't setting. They prefer 70 to 80 degrees, but the 100 degrees they're just not liking.
It was cool for a while, and the last couple of days it's been getting pretty toasty.
So if it's been getting hot and you don't have any tomato blossoms setting fruit, that's probably why you're having issues. I like to use a lot of compost with my tomatoes, and it tends to give me a lot of maters.
The compost?
Yeah.
So what are the things you should not be putting in your compost?
We stay away from meat, dairy, citrus, and onion, and everything else goes in, except for diseased leaves. I try to stay away from the cucumber family and the nightshade family, squash and tomatoes, because they like to get disease. And there's no sense in mixing your soil with a bunch of stuff that likes to carry diseases.
Oh, of course not.
So that's why I do that.
And we put our coffee grounds, our used coffee grounds are good to put in your compost, and eggshells.
Ooh.
So instead of throwing away those used coffee grounds every night or every morning, you just throw them in your compost.
Also, bone meal will help with blossom end rot. So if you have the nasty little blossoms that rot out the bottom of the tomato, a little bone meal, and that'll fix that right up.
And you can get that at like any hardware store,
Yeah.
plant store, nursery.
You could also add a bunch of eggshells, but it's going to take time for those eggshells to break down. So I always recommend putting eggshells in your garden.
Yeah.
Just don't expect them to work the first year you put them in. They take a while to break down.
But they still have nutrients, so it's still good to...
Yeah, we toss them in all the time. I like to pulverize them and toss them in my worm farm.
I was just going to say that. I've been tossing them in the worm bin.
Patty pan.
Oh, yeah. I just saw
I
that.
almost forgot I hit a patty pan back here.
You can hardly even tell. Let me try to zoom in that.
And oh, that's right. While I'm here, I might as well.
Prune?
Yeah, well, I grew this here thinking I wanted to see if it would climb up.
Yeah.
And it kind of...
Bunched? Looks like it bunched back
It
there.
went under the trellis. I'm gonna see if I can.
Oh, there it goes.
Get this squash off here.
That's such a pretty looking squash, a patty pan. I wonder why they call it patty pan. Do you know why?
Because there was the person who genetically bred this. Her name was Patty, and her last name was Pan. I don't know.
You're stupid. I was believing you. I don't know what you look at during the day.
Well, it belongs part of the Patty Panis genus.
Okay, now we're just being a butthole and we don't need to keep talking.
Oh, good times.
God.
Good times in the garden.
Yeah. So fun. I was actually believing you for a minute. I was like, really? Her name was Patty Pan.
I'm going for zucchini right now. While I'm here, I didn't want to forget I saw it while I was up there.
You're dumb. Oh my God. We've had I'm starting to get burnt out on zucchinis. We have had
I think we've
so
given
many.
away more than we've eaten.
You gotta stop growing so many zucchinis.
I think
Oh
we've
my
harvested
word.
probably
So
3 times more
much
than we've shown on YouTube.
dang zucchini.
Hey, but we're blessed.
Yeah, I guess, but man, you eat too much and your stomach's like, whoa. That's enough
It's
fiber.
definitely a way to clean yourself out
Oh, Lord.
from the fast food.
Oh. Not pleasant. But yeah, I mean, if you want to detox, you just eat some of that zucchini every day. Some cucumbers, zucchini, tomatoes. That'll detox your system right out.
It does good for us.
Oh, Lord. It's good for dieting. That yellow squash looked a little sad. Look
Yeah,
at the
it
end.
didn't look like it got
Aw.
But the rest of it looks like,
The rest of it looks great.
yeah, we'll cut it up right there and give the rest to the worm farm.
Looks like it got not so much sun right there.
Yeah, there's no ugly vegetables here. It all gets eaten, either by us or the worms, or the compost,
Yeah.
or the neighbors.
Yes, we have been sharing. There's just far too much to eat by
Why
ourselves.
don't you show them my volunteer patch that I don't know what it is.
Your
I have
what?
no idea. Didn't
This?
plant any of this. It all came up by itself.
So you don't know what that is?
No idea. I think it's a lemon cucumber.
It's gotta be those yellow flowers look familiar.
I think it's a lemon cucumber.
Oh, look at that really nice looking little strawberry.
Which
right
is
there.
great because I didn't plant any this year.
And those strawberries are down there. Oh, those strawberries are hanging. You gotta get those. That looks like it might break.
I'll get them.
Huh. The lemon cucumbers were pretty good. They were fun. Something different that you don't find in grocery
look at that
stores.
guy.
Oh my god, another zucchini. They just grow so well. It's like you think 2 or 3 are ready and you just look around and it's like, nope. Got about 10 times that many that are ready. You just move the leaves around.
It's a great way to feed family, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's why we're blessed to have it.
And to share with friends and family if you want to, you know. It's so important to, you know, care for each other these days, I think, especially during these times. To be supportive and care for people that we
We've
love.
given away a good share of plants this year.
Motivates people to start growing their own.
People starting gardens. It really is amazing.
It's fabulous. I mean, who wants to deal with recalls? You get a nice, beautiful head of lettuce at the store, and all of a sudden the news is recalling it, and what, you gotta throw it away now? That sucks. Produce is expensive. Gosh, it's like a jungle in there.
There's a cabbage I never planted that didn't do so well.
Now, can you put that into the compost that you just clipped off?
I'll put that into the worm farm. The compost is turned off right now until I empty it.
But I mean, if it wasn't turned off, like if you could,
Yeah, I would compost the heck out of that.
like all the clippings from plants, you just put right into the compost to recycle your stuff that you're not using.
Yes, ma'am. How are we doing on time?
13 minutes.
How'd you like that half hour of harvesting
Huh?
at the beginning?
What?
I think that's what we'll call this, the half hour of harvesting.
Oh, yeah, no, that's pretty smart. I think that's good. 'Cause I'm getting hungry. It's dinner time. Harley is chasing birds.
Okay, strawberries. Those have to get picked.
Yeah, those are doing so well. I think there's one in the front here that you didn't get. Right there. Oh, I hate touching these squash leaves. They make my skin break out. They remind me of Shar Pei fur. When I used to work as a veterinary technician, I hated when people would bring like the Shar Peis in, and if I was the only tech working, because their fur for some reason would always make my
Hey,
skin
honey?
break out.
Has
What?
nothing to do with gardening.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a story, and you're not saying anything, so nobody wants to watch you clip it and stuff.
Well, ask me what kind of nutrients strawberries need.
All right, what kind of nutrients does strawberry need?
They like a balanced 2-2-2. I use a 2-2-2 with kelp and molasses,
That's fascinating.
and I feed them once to twice a week.
That is so fascinating. I'm so glad I asked you. You're such a
One
wealth
day I'll get you into this
of
gardening stuff.
information. No, one day you won't be so sassy. Anywho.
Okay. Enough tomatoes. I've been landlocked here too long.
Yeah, the tomato.
All right, pan off me so I don't have to make embarrassing positions on camera.
All right. We'll look over here. Instead, you make embarrassing noises.
Hey.
Ooh.
All right. Well, thank you for narrating and echoing the fact.
Well, that's what you get for ruining my nice little 2-second story.
Hi, welcome to the Kelsey Show.
Get out of here. You're fired.
Where we talk about Shar-Pei fur and nothing that has to do with gardening.
You're fired. Fired. You're awfully brave right now. Ooh. Any other fascinating plant nutrient facts?
We got the green beans coming up.
Since I'm not allowed to tell stories.
Green beans are definitely not ready. We have
Let me back up.
a camera lady not paying attention.
Well, you're moving very quickly.
All mad that I criticized her storytelling.
It's a 2-second story, and I got spanked because of it. All those pretty tomatoes. They're like in a little crib. They're cradled. It's the corn. And the beans. With their interesting leaves. Little bean leaves.
Oh, I found one bean.
Oh, did you? Let's see it. Not so bad.
That means they're coming.
I mean, the leaves are looking awfully brilliant.
Yeah, it should be no time. There's the flowers.
Do you use any special nutrients for beans?
I'm just using all the same this year. The Job's Organic Heirloom Tomato, and then the nitrogen-loving plants I follow up with a fish emulsion.
And he's saving this thing for seeds. I've asked about it the other day. The
It's
cilantro.
coriander seed, and
Right
I've been
here.
taking the seed off the plant as I need it.
These little balls are the seeds. So he's been saving that. I asked why this was kept here. But yeah, cilantro. Saving the little seeds at the very top. And with the peppers too here. Aren't you saving these peppers for a reason?
No, that pepper plant died.
Oh, did it? I thought you said
Yep.
you were saving the peppers for some reason.
Oh, I'm trying to save them,
Here's one pepper that
but it's not happy.
good. And there's another. This is kale.
Red Russian kale.
Kale grows very well. And kale can grow in very harsh, cold climates too, can't it?
Yeah, and I'm surprised it's doing so. If it wasn't in this shady environment, this wouldn't be doing so well.
It's a very hardy plant, though.
This was a total experiment to see if I can get it to grow through the summer. And I think I was able to do that by sowing it so densely.
Right. I think the dog is stuck in the hose.
Well, she'll learn.
There she goes. Okay.
Okay. So we got some stuff for salad. Got some lettuce, some kale.
A 1 pea
One green bean.
bean.
But I can follow up with green beans over here.
Here's the squashes again.
Kelsey, over here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just showing these. All right.
If you don't get me cutting it off the plant, it never happened.
Well, okay. Pictures are it didn't happen.
Oop.
These are so tasty too. Dip them in a little bit of ranch.
Don't mind me, Mr. B.
Yeah, the bees Love that soil.
Well, this is also their water fountain. If you all wonder how I water this, to make use of my water runoff and nutrients.
He uses a turkey baster.
What, doesn't everybody baste their plants?
Old turkey baster.
I thought everybody basted their plants.
And you're just recycling nutrients, right?
Recycling nutrients, recycling water. The water's not running down the drain. And it's zoom in on the bees and look at their water fountain.
I've shown the bees before. There's one. There they are.
And that's how we give our bees water.
And if you're new to this, we work around these bees all the time, and we can literally put our hands right into there, and they never ever have stung us.
Only time they stung me is when I stepped on one.
I know some people are deathly afraid because they're allergic, and rightly so. But for the most part, if you don't bother them, they're not going to bother you.
No, matter of fact, I think they know when I refill the water. And I think they appreciate the fact that,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Animals are smarter than we give them credit for.
Alright, handful of green beans.
Look at our cantaloupe coming in.
While you're there,
Oh, I should show the watermelons, huh?
no, while you're there, I'll just get zucchini.
Oh God, more zucchini.
Do you want to show them?
Okay. Poor little Al is laying down. There's more zucchini. This plant is just the gift that keeps on giving. Keep your hands to yourself there, sir. Can I show the watermelon?
Yeah, while I'm doing this, you can show the watermelon.
Oh, the cucumbers too. Look at that one. That one's fun.
I got cucumbers.
Cucumbers here. Just to give you an idea of how big they are. This plant has given us wonderful cucumbers. More coming too. And there's a huge one back there.
Alright, let me trade places with you.
All right.
I'll get some cucumbers. How we doing on time?
22, almost 23 minutes. Here's the watermelons. I can't get too close because there's some carrots and such in my way. Oh, there's another watermelon. See, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 in the back. And I haven't noticed this one. So let's see if I can zoom into that one.
Yeah. Come back over here because I'm cutting.
Okay.
I don't want them thinking that I got a bag of cucumbers over here.
Well, I just showed the cucumbers earlier.
Oh. Don't yell at me. I'm sensitive.
No, you're not.
So sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Shush. I don't know what she's barking at. I think children are playing.
So at this point, I could let a couple of these get bigger, but
I think they're a good size at.
they're holding the plant back too. So they're nice when they're tender and they're young. We grew a couple big fat ones. I think now we're going to focus on some regular sized ones.
Train.
And then let the plant catch.
The train. I know, it's a commuter train. And let the plant catch up? Is that what you're going to
because
say?
the plant's only going to be able to support so much fruit before you have flowers falling off.
Right. 'Tis true. But yeah, cucumbers like they're full sun, am I right?
Yeah, they're doing great. We only had one bad day where heat was an issue.
They seem to be thriving. And this was our first time planting these ones.
Especially this way.
Yeah.
I didn't know how they would do in the trellis situation.
It's an interesting way. It seems to give them more room to grow.
How's that for some cucumbers?
Oh my.
Oh, hey, look what I found.
More patty pan? Oh my god, another zucchini. God.
Hey, look at this.
Oh no, no. More zucchini. Oh no. Oh.
I thought I was going to be able to get to harvest some carrots or potatoes or something exciting for you guys today, but
It's like zucchini land back
apparently
here.
we're only doing...
God, okay, not so much zucchini next time.
Hey, I didn't know
my
how our food system was
word.
going to react to... I knew that this would
Oh
keep
my
us
word.
going.
Oh my word. Oh my word. We have got so much zucchini.
Hey, we didn't worry about food though, did we?
Produce, no. I had a little bit of anxiety over meat this time, but not produce. Certainly not produce.
Okay, how are we doing on time?
26.
I think I got time for some carrots.
Okay.
And I'm not even gonna check, I'm just pulling these. I'm done with this section, they're all coming up.
Oh, look at that one in this legs.
Pants.
Looks like legs. Wash them off. They're so funny when they grow like that. It's so weird. It does look like somebody's pants. Parachute pants. Those don't look so bad. Those look good.
Yeah?
And carrots obviously like shade.
Oh no,
They like sun.
they like sun, but they don't like being baked. So I had to plant them in the shade in order to... I mean, I don't have very luck with summer carrots. My winter carrots? Oh. Do great on winter carrots. But it gets too hot,
Yeah.
too quick. And
They seem to have done well though. I mean, those aren't bad looking carrots.
it's a miracle. I mean, like I said, they
It-
take 110 days.
It probably is because that area does remain fairly cool even when it gets really hot because it is so shaded. I don't know, maybe.
So that's why I do a lot of carrots in pots. Because I can scoot them around the yard. If it's too hot, I can put them in the shade. And I learned how to do that from a UK YouTuber, Homegrown Veg. He grows them in buckets, he calls them.
That's a good bunch of carrots. Bless you, bless you. I brought over some veggies to snack on when I took our son for a play date with one of my friends, and she couldn't believe the difference in taste over homegrown carrots versus store-bought. It's just such a different game. Different ball game. I think everyone we share our carrots with can't believe the taste. Don't you agree?
Fresh carrots are just, there's nothing like it.
It's like fresh tomatoes. You can't compare. That side didn't seem to do so well. Those carrots are a little skimpy
This is actually
looking.
doing, this has a little bit of time. It doesn't look like it's bolting.
Oh no, that little tiny thing. Good if you have little things like hamsters. Guinea pigs.
How are we doing on time?
29:40.
Check a couple of these bad boys out.
They're okay. Can you give those a little bit more time?
There we go.
Oh, that's a nice one. It's a good size too. You don't want your carrots too big.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Let me put that one back in. You don't see these shapes in the store. That's a big carrot. My gosh, that's about as big as my palm. What are these ones called?
These are ox hearts.
Ox
You know what?
hearts. Oh,
I'm gonna just pull up this hole because I want this pot. I want to start planting our squash.
Okay. So you're just gonna pull up the whole, all the carrots?
See what we got.
Well, that's exciting.
This pot.
Oh,
Whoa!
wow! Oh my goodness! Wow, that one's big. So is that one. I think this one's bigger than the other one. That's a good looking carrot. Do you give these ones any special nutrients?
Just when I reset the pot, I use bone, blood, and compost.
Bone blood?
Bone meal, blood meal, and compost.
For your soil?
Uh-huh. It just resets the nutrients. It gives it a nice little...
Do you use fish emulsion on these too?
No, because if you give carrots too much nitrogen, all you'll grow is carrot tops. You won't get big fat roots. So carrots don't like a lot of nitrogen. They prefer a lot of phosphorus and potassium.
So no fish emulsion for the carrots, but
No.
bone meal,
But
blood
they
meal.
do make a fish product called More Bloom that has no nitrogen. It has none of the N, but it has the P and the K.
Okay.
So
Phosphorus
now
and
I got-
potassium.
a new pot.
Brand new pot for more zucchinis.
No! No, that's winter squash.
My stomach just hurts thinking about more zucchinis.
How we doing on time?
32.
Oh no!
Wow,
Okay.
that's a lot. Holy
All right,
moly.
so we'll arrange this better for our thumbnail, but that beats our half hour of harvesting. So come over here and take a look at, and then we'll arrange it all pretty for the thumbnail.
God, that's a lot of zucchini.
Oh wait, there's one more patty pan.
No. So much squash.